Hello, family. Leviticus 13, we walked through one of the most important of the Tzara'at, skin disease and uncleanness. Watch the priests examine fillings, spots, raw flesh, and garments. Saw people declared unclean, sent outside the camp with torn clothes, loose hair, covered lips, crying unclean, unclean. It was isolating. Was necessary for the protection of the community. But here's the question. Chapter 13 left with us a question. What happens when the disease is healed? Is the person stuck outside forever? Is there a way back? Is there restoration after rejection? That's what Leviticus 14 is all about. This chapter is grace after judgment. It's turn after exile. It's cleansing after corruption. It involves one of the most profound symbolic rituals in all of Scripture. 2 birds, cedar wood, scarlet thread, hyssop, blood oil, and offerings. Let's worship the Creator with live sax and dive into Leviticus 14, the chapter of restoration. So we are on to chapter 14. Welcome again to AsahxMusix Torah Studio. I'm so glad you're here to join. If this is your first time, we're walking through the entire Torah, Beresheet, Genesis to Debarim, Deuteronomy, bringing you with live saxophone worship and verse by verse teaching. Torah of cleansing for the one healed from Tzara'at. This is not just about physical thing, this is about restoration to fellowship, re-entry into worship, and full consecration after being cut off. This chapter 14 that we're going to be looking at has three main sections. Part where the two ritual for the birds outside the camp, the 8th day offering and anointing, and the Tzara'at in the houses and how to cleanse them. Every detail reveals the creator's heart, the restoration, and his precise path back to the set partners. Take up your Torah, open to Leviticus 14, and let's dive in. And before we go, do me a favor, hit the like button if you're grateful for the creator's restoration. Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss a single chapter. Also, you can comment what's one area in your life where you've experienced the creator's restoration. So let's read together. Verses 1 through to 3. Let's bring that up. Verses 1 to 3. And the Creator spoke to Moses, saying, This shall be the Torah of the leper for the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought to the priest. The priest shall go out of the camp, and the camp priest shall look and see if the leprosy is healed. So we're seeing the instruction, we're seeing the request, we're seeing the immediate need. And we're talking about cleansing, you're talking about returning, you're talking about restoration. And we want to look at all the aspects of this instruction. It happens inside the camp, upon the instructions of the Creator to the priest. So there we have a leper. We have the priest going outside the camp, right? It's for a specific reason. What the priest goes out for? He goes out to meet the healed person. So the healed person or the leper doesn't have to sneak back into the courtyard. The priest comes to meet him, and this is initiated by the Creator. So it's not earned by the leper person who suffered. And what we can learn from this is that the Creator pursues the unclean for the purpose of restoration, and the priest represents his movement toward those ones that were rejected. Verse 4 says, Then the priest shall command, and he shall take for him who is to be cleansed 2 live and clean birds, and cedar wood, and scarlet, and hyssop. And the priest shall command, and he shall say one of the birds in an earthen vessel, running water. Let him take the live bird, and the cedar wood, and the scarlet, and the hyssop, and dip them and the live bird in the blood of the bird that was slain over running water. And he shall sprinkle it 7 times on him who is cleansed from leprosy, shall pronounce him clean, and he shall let the live bird loose in the open field. So we see some elements there. We see the 2 live clean birds, right? We see the cedar wood being mentioned. Of course, cedar wood is a strong wood, it's a symbol of strength, durable, and not easy to be corrupt, almost impossible. We see scarlet, which is symbolic of blood, life, and sacrifice. There's also hyssop, which is used for sprinkling and cleansing, and there was water, and that was therefore a specific reason. One bird is unalived, and its blood mingled with fresh water in a clay pot. So we see all of these put together and ready for to continue the process. Verse 8 says, And he who is to be cleansed shall wash his garments, and shall wave off all his hair, and wash himself in water, and shall be clean. Then after that he comes into the camp, but shall stay outside his tent 7 days. And on the 7th day it shall be that he shaves all the hair off his beard, his head, and his beard, and his eyebrows, even all his hair he shaves off. He shall wash his garments and wash his body in water, and shall be clean. So the process about washing garments, shaving beard, it's specifically mentioned that the beard is shaved because it was not a regular practice. Shaving of eyebrow, that was not a regular practice either. And of course, he should bathe in water, then enter the camp, wait 7 days, shave again on the day 7, wash and bathe. That helps greatly, especially being around other persons. So what does this really mean? Removing all the old shaving, all this washing out. We're seeing a path of restoration, but it's not instant. It's a process, right? And so we must understand that the Creator operates in a specific way, and we should be ready to be patient and follow clear instructions. Verse 10 says, On the 8th day he takes 2 lambs, perfect ones, and 1 2 lambs of year old, perfectly wine, 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil, grain offering, 1 lamb. And the priest who is cleansing shall present the man who is to be cleansed with these offerings before the priest at the door of the tent of appointment. The priest shall take 1 male lamb and bring it as a guilt offering, the log of oil, wave them as a wave offering before the Creator. He shall slay the lamb in the place where he slays the sin offering and the ascending offering in a set apart place. For the guilt offering, like the sin offering, belongs to the priest. It is most set apart. The priest shall take some of the blood of the guilt offering. The priest shall put it on the tip of the right ear of him who is cleansed, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. And the priest shall take some of the log of oil and pour it into the palm of his own left hand. He shall dip his right finger in the oil that is in the left hand, and shall sprinkle some of the oil with his finger 7 times before the Creator. And of the rest of the oil in his hand, he puts some of it on the tip of the right ear of him who is to be cleansed, and on the thumb of his right hand, on the big toe of his right foot, and on the blood of the guilt offering. He took the oil that is in the priest's hand, he puts on the head of him who is to be cleansed. The priest shall make atonement for him before the people. The priest shall make the sin offering and make atonement for him who is to be cleansed from his uncleanness. Then afterwards he slays the ascending offering. The priest shall offer the ascending offering and the grain offering from his blood of the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him, and he shall be clean. So there we're seeing further instructions that occurred on the 8th day, speaking about guilt, speaking about sin, speaking about all these offerings. We're seeing the blood put on the ear, on the thumb, on the toe, right? And this was on the 8th day, guilt offering. Do we remember when we had covered the guilt offering, remember the burnt offering, what distinguished all these offerings? So the burnt offering was the regular one that was done every day, morning and evening. Then you have the sin offering. Well, you have the grain offering, right? Which was one giving thanks. There was the peace offering, also for fellowship, and also the guilt offering, just in case you have missed to one of many commandments. You offer the guilt offering. And these were all not the same. They did not all include blood, and they were to the point of what persons would afford. So everyone had the opportunity to provide or represent their offering. Here in this situation, we have the cleansing process. You go to you shave and you wait and you bathe and you go in here and thumb. And then all is placed on the same 3 spots, points, and then on the head, marking consecration, restoration, and renewal. Standing. So quite detailed. Plus the offerings, the male lamb, the ewe lamb, the second male lamb, you find flour with oil, log of oil about 0.3 liters. So did we notice that the guilt offering was offered first? Right. This is in relation to sin that damages others' character, speaking badly about persons, and this is something that a lot of persons find themselves tempted to do. Right, and what do they get from it? Not realizing that it is contravening the Creator's command. But once they are caught up, they must provide restitution because they would have caused damage So the Creator is not sleeping, and He does not allow these things to go unpunished. The blood on the ears, is careful of what you hear. The right thumb, careful of what you do. On the right big toe, be careful of where you walk. So all of these have deep and even deeper meanings. This is actually the consecration of the whole person. Listening, working, and walking are We also read that the oil followed the blood. It was sprinkled for complete consecration, right? And this was put exact place where the ear, the thumb, and the toe. So after these offerings are complete, then that brings relational restoration. It brings personal purification, and it brings total consecration, and that's what we should all aspire for. Let's read verse 21 through to 32. Verse 21 says, "But if he is poor and is unable to afford it, then he shall take one male lamb as a guilt offering to be waved, to make atonement for him, and 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering, and a log of oil, and 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, such as he is able to afford, and one shall be a sin offering, and the other an ascending offering. And He shall bring them to the priest on the 8th day for his cleansing, the door of the tent of appointment before the Creator. The priest shall take the lamb of the guilt offering and the log of oil. The priest shall wave them as a wave offering before the Creator. And he shall slay the lamb of guilt offering. The priest shall take some of the blood of the guilt offering, put it on the tip of the right ear of him who is to be cleansed, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. Then the priest pours some of the oil into the palm of his own left hand, and the priest shall sprinkle with his right finger some of the oil that is in his left hand 7 times before the Creator. The priest shall put some of the oil in his hand, on the tip of his right ear of him who is to be cleansed, and on the thumb of the right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot, and on the place of the blood of the guilt offering. And the rest of the oil that is in the priest's hand, he puts on the head of him who is to be cleansed, and he shall prepare one of the turtles or young pigeons, such as he is able to afford. That which he is able to afford, one as a sin offering and the other as a sinning offering. The priest shall eat the human blood. This is the Torah for one who had affection, leprosy, who is unable to afford for his cleansing. So it's wonderful that the Creator makes provision for even the poor. Yeah, and we are challenged. Many are challenged today financially. And not everybody would have been able to afford the lamb or the ram. So people recognize poor are given provision, but the pattern of cleansing remains equally serious. So we see restoration is available, it's possible, but it must follow the Creator's appointed order: inspection, cleansing, waiting, atonement, and re-entry. It doesn't matter your financial limitation. The key truth is that the guilt offering remains. One lamb is non-negotiable, but the sin and burnt offerings can be turtle doves or pigeons if the person is poor. The Creator provides a way for everyone to be cleansed and restored regardless of economic status. Restoration is not for sale, but provision meets need. The same ceremony applies to rich and poor alike. Status doesn't change the requirement for blood and oil. Let's read on verses 53. The Creator spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, when you come into the land of Canaan, which I'm giving you as a possession, and I put a plague of leprosy in a house in the land of your possession, then shall the one who owns the house come and inform the priest, saying, it seems to me that there is some plague in the house. The priest shall command, and they shall empty the house before the priest goes in to look at the plague, so that all that is in the house is not made unclean. And after that, the priest goes in to look at the house. And he shall look at the plague and see if the plague is on the walls of the house with sunken places, greenish or reddish, which appear to be deep in the wall. Then the priest shall go out of the house to the door of the house and shut up the house 7 days. And the priest shall come again on the 7th day and look and see if the plague has spread on the walls of the house. Then the priest shall command, and they shall remove the stones with the plague in them, and they shall throw them outside the city into an unclean place, while he lets the house be scraped inside all around, and the dust that they scrape off they shall pour out in an unclean place outside the city. And they shall take other stones and put them in the place of those stones, and take other mortar, plaster the house. If the plague comes back and breaks out in the house, after he has removed the stones, after he has scraped the house, and after it is plastered, then the priest shall come and look and see if the plague has spread in the house. It is an active leprosy in the house if it is unclean. And he shall break down the house, its stones and its timber, and all the plaster of the house, and he shall bring them outside the city to an unclean place. He goes into the house all the days while it is shut up, comes clean out of the evening. He who lies down in the house has to wash his garments, and he who eats in the house has to wash his hands. However, if the priest indeed comes in and looks at it and sees that the plague has not spread in the house and the house is plastered, then the priest shall pronounce the house clean, because the plague is clean. And to cleanse the house, he shall take 2 birds and cedar wood, and scarlet and hyssop. He shall slay one of the birds in an earthen vessel over running water. And he shall take the cedar wood and the hyssop and the scarlet and the living bird, dip them in the blood of the slain bird and in the running water, and shall sprinkle the house 7 times. He shall thus cleanse the house with the blood of the bird, with the cedar wood, and with the hyssop and with the scarlet. And he shall let the live bird loose outside the city in the open field. It shall make atonement for the house, and it shall be clean. So that's what happens when corruption invades your dwelling. A detailed response must be applied. The walls must be inspected, suspect stones removed, surfaces scraped, and the house re-evaluated. If the plague returns, the house is torn down. Corruption in our dwelling places, habits, or environments must be addressed honestly. What spreads cannot be ignored. So we cannot see things happening in our house and we turn a blind eye for just to be cool, or just to have a fake unity. We must be able to address uncleanliness and corruption in a direct and forthright manner, in a righteous manner, that we can maintain that set apartness and give all praises to the Creator. Because remember now, the Creator makes a way for the one once outside to come back clean and order and restore. So it's fine to let somebody leave the camp for them to sharpen or shape up their fallen ground and get in line, and for full restoration. And that's what great is about: full restoration, not rejection or harm. So what we notice is that the Creator says in one of the verses, it's a future provision. Speaking about when they enter the land, I put a plague of leprosy in a house. This indicates divine sovereignty. Sometimes the Creator allows corruption to surface so it can be addressed and removed. So don't when we see corruption comes up, it is actually allowed to happen so that the Creator can actually, for His glory to be shown, and so that He can actually intervene, so that it can be addressed and removed for right. That's what we should learn. When corruption invades the dwelling, it's allowed, but must not remain like that. It has to be addressed and removed. And the procedure was very clear. They emptied the house before the priest examined it. So anything is unclean, they can declare it unclean. Also the walls, greenish or red spots on the wall. Also the picture of the and then the remedy had to be applied. You remove the infected stones, you scrape the walls, you replaster, and you use new stones. So sometimes you also need some new stones to get rid of the old stones. Sometimes we have to remove what's corrupted in our lives, relationships, habits, entertainment, thought patterns, and replace them with what's clean and set apart. All praises to the Creator for that. If the disease returns, then the life was cleared of the world. Yeah, as radical, as costly as that may seem, some situations cannot be reformed. They must be completely demolished. This applies to sinful systems, toxic environments, and corrupt structures. Better to lose a house than to lose set apartness. So we see, even where there's uncleanness, like in case there's any contact with any was unclean or anything unclean, then the person had to be quarantined. And we see that the solution where the same two-bird ritual used for people is now used for the house, right? So the person must be clean and the house. You can't have dirty people in a clean house. You cannot have clean persons in a dirty house. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't mix. The Creator cares about where we dwell as much as who we are. Our environments need cleansing too. Right? So you see at the end of this chapter, this Torah, it applies to the skin disease, it applies to garments, it applies to houses. And the purpose of all this entire reading is to teach when it is unclean and when it is clean, how we deal with it. Creator gives us clear standards, so we're not left guessing whether we did the right thing or the wrong. This Torah reveals what is set apart, what is corrupt, and we must clear out our corruption from within our camp and from in our lives. Imagine ourselves back then, standing outside the camp after weeks, in months of isolation. Your skin has healed, but you're still unclean. You're still outside, you're still alone. That's not a nice feeling. But then the priest comes. He brings 2 birds, one is killed, and blood poured into a clean pot with fresh water. Now that's dipped in that blood, along with cedar wood, scarlet, thread, and hyssop. You watch as the priest sprinkle 7 times with the blood. Then he opens his hand and releases the living bird into the sky. And in that moment, you understand. And Creator makes a provision for us to be direct access and be restored. That's the picture of the Creator's restoration, cleansing and reform. Right, so we're at the end of the chapter, and it's all about the Creator making a way for the ones outside the camp to come back clean, altered, and restored. I just have 2 questions I want to drop with you. I'm sure that you study. Difficult questions. In the 2-bird ritual for cleansing leper, what happens to the ring after it is dipped in the blood of the slain bird? Is it A, it is offered as a burnt offering? Is it kept in a cage for 7 days? Is it sent free to the open field? Okay, that's the answer. Although with multiple choice, you should read through the full options. It is given to the cleansed person as a possession. So the answer is C. It is sent free into the open field. Next question. On the 8th day of cleansing, the priest places blood on the body. The priest was part of the cleansed person's body. Here does the priest then apply oil? Okay, that one is easy. It's applied on the ear, the thumb, and the toe, plus the head. Okay, so the answer is B. The other one, I'll leave for you to answer. What must be done according to Leviticus 14? If Tzara'at appears on the wall of a house, what must be done? Clean it. Okay, you share your answers. Here we have it for today's lesson. Just we need to study Torah, study together. We want the Creator open the door for the cleansed leper to return, be restored, and be fully consecrated. The blood on the ear, the thumb, and the toe, on the head, and that person received freedom. Next chapter we have is chapter 15. We see how the Creator addresses ongoing bodily discharges, issues that remind us we live in fallen flesh and need constant access to cleansing. And this is direct to the Creator. We do not need a middle person to do that for us. We serve one Elohim and none other. Those are just play another section of that song that we're listening to in the background.
Mm-hmm.